Good morning, going to Animal Kingdom today. Welcome back to the channel. This is the next hour. My name's Stuart and it's currently 5:35 in the morning. I'm moving hotels at the Sono Hotel on International Drive, nice cheap one. But I'm about to go to Disney's All-Star Music. I've never stayed at a Disney property before, so this will be a new one. I know it's just a value one, but it's Disney property nonetheless. I do get early access to the parks, even on check-in day. No, I won't be checking in until like 3 p.m. So I'm making a move now, dropping my stuff off at the hotel, and then we go straight to Animal Kingdom today. And the reason we're going to Animal Kingdom is because it's the closest one to my hotel. It's not too far to travel. But also I need to go to the ESPN World Complex or whatever it's called to pick up my runner's stuff. That's right, because I decided to do a run on this holiday. I'm doing the half marathon tomorrow morning, so I'm doing Animal Kingdom today because it shuts earlier. I only want to be there till like mid-afternoon because I need to get back to get some sleep because the run starts at 4 a.m. Because the run goes through Magic Kingdom and Epcot, and they have to open those parks like normal during the day, so the run happens through the night. So yeah, join me for that. I'm filming that as well tomorrow. But today's Animal Kingdom day, but I'm going to show you just the route in which I get there as well. I know where to get picked up for Run Disney. What greeted me as soon as I got out of the cab. Now very quickly, let's talk about the price of an Uber. Literally $15. International Drive. I know it's early, but that's insane, right? This is the luggage. So I'm just going to drop my bags off and go to Animal Kingdom. Please don't say I've made a mistake. Oh no. Next bus, 6:36 a.m. on Titan. Oh, 7 minutes. Fantastic. Animal Kingdom is the first one to open. You can see the early entry on there as well. I'm pretty sure buses start an hour before opening, as in opening for early entry. Just seen the first bus go past, to be fair, at 6:30. That sort of makes sense. Now, weirdly, I'm not sort of a Disney know-it-all. I don't know a lot about Disney, as in like how all the hotels operate. I mean, the bus just keeps getting later. It's now 2 minutes later. Not that matters. I'm very early, but so yeah, it'll be finding stuff as we go. I have got the dine-in plan where you get so much, well, I have no idea how to use it. I've had no information on how to use it. To be fair, the communication I'd say is pretty poor. Considering it's Disney, I expect it to be brilliant. And I've seen Universal hotels where it's been pretty good, but I'd say it's pretty poor with like, I mean, I don't know whether my email is just blocked because none of the Run Disney stuff came through either, so I don't know what's going on with that. So I've no idea how to use that. I will explore and tell you. I've no idea what I've even purchased, I can't remember. So I'll try and research that again and give you that information as well. We're going to Animal Kingdom. I am currently freezing my backside off. It's so cold. However, it's going to get warmer and I don't want to take like my massive coat or anything like that. The wrappers are closed, so I won't be doing any water rides at Animal Kingdom. The bus just keeps getting later.
Please remain seated while the motor coach is in motion.
Well, we've made it. I did say a few years ago, and it still rings true. The most unglamorous bit of Disney World is the buses. Like, they can call them a motor coach if they want, but they're just horrible buses. But the actual system though of moving people is pretty good, isn't it? They can get people here, there, and everywhere. They are very, very frequent. They're just not very glamorous when you're on there. Maybe it's all the cold white. You know what, Mike, the cold white. Right, so it is 7 o'clock, and I saw in a vlog that they start letting people in at 15:15. They let everybody in, but then the hotel guests go a different way. From 15:15, they let people into the park and you can start queuing, which means at 7:30, you're straight onto the rides. Does that make sense? They start cycling people through. Where do I go? Should we head over to the left? There's no signs to say like I need to be on a specific side, so we'll just guess. Also, quick mention for the dining plan, it does actually say in your app how many credits you've got and you can look through, so it's pretty easy. So bang on 7 they've opened, and they also have the great scanners now, so these scanners are miles quicker. They're just the 2 towers that you walk through, and if there's something that pings in your bag if you go to the side. It just means security now is a dream compared to what it used to be. Isn't it bad luck to have your tree up after a certain day? It's now the 10th of January. So like I said, the main reason for coming to Animal Kingdom first is the closest one. I want to say it's the best bus journey I've ever had. It was so short from my resort, so that was pretty good. And also, like I said, I only want to spend until maybe 3 p.m. max here today. So I'm going to get some sleep ready for the run tomorrow. Okay, first little tip. The guys are going up and down the queue to make sure everyone gets in smoothly. We're going to wait another 5 minutes, I think, until 1:15. And if you're going to have your phone as your ticket, which I am, I don't want to spend $30 on a magic band. I know it's convenient, but I've no interest in doing that. So I'm going to use my phone. However, you can use your phone. You don't need to get the app up. It just knows the Disney card is on there. But you have to add it to your wallet on an iPhone. I imagine it's the same on Android. And he says a lot of people will come to the front and they got it within the app. And so that you can't have it within the app. You have to have it in your actual wallet. It's the way the technology works, I think. The ultimate test will be that I'll film myself doing it and let's just see if it works even with the camera app still open rather than actually the card open in the wallet. Because I think the phone it just emits it all the time. Pretty sure that's how it works. Okay, we're going to do a stern walk over to Flight of Passage. We have got another Flight of Passage booked later. I've done all the Disney Genie pluses. Is this guy going to scan in? I don't know what he needs. Okay, yeah, nice and easy. Again, just scan your reservation. I think my entire life is now linked to my phone and card. It is a good system. It works pretty well. In fact, it works incredibly well, doesn't it? I've had no problems at scanning in, and also, like, as much as I didn't have much communication, everything is in there, and everything has worked as you'd expect it so far. So yeah, we're gonna head to Flight of Passage. I've got a Lightning Lane booked. I've booked all the Lightning Lanes. I've spent quite a bit of money because I want a more chill. I don't mind getting up early to do the early entry because I think you can get some stuff. I mean, I remember once Hollywood Studios was open from 6:30 when Star Wars Land first opened. And I'm pretty sure Disney thought, oh, we're going to be swamped. And what happened was no one turned up. So we literally got the whole park done by midday. We're back in bed by 2. So yeah, I'm going to do Flight of Passage this morning just because it's the best one to make use of the queue, the small queue. And then I'll do it again later. It's amazing how fast, there's literally like 200 people in front of us. And the way that they move people here at Disney is incredible. There's no need. So we're leaving the main park in a sense of, and then coming into the world of Avatar. Pandora, it is my favourite area. It's just a shame that, I mean today actually, it would be open in a couple of hours of darkness. This area in the dark is like amazing. It's funny though, because even this seems small. You know, because since Galaxy's Edge opened, this seems so massive once upon a time. Timing wise, we stopped for about 30 seconds and now we're moving again, so I imagine that means the main queue line's just opened. Which means there must be, about 100 people in front of me? I didn't run. There was literally no need to in the morning. I mean, maybe on some of the busier days, you might want to run a little bit, but yeah, here's the entrance just here. A few hundred, but I'm happy with that. Right, let's get in the queue line, and I'm not actually a huge fan of the ride, really. It's good, don't get me wrong, but it's more the fact that I don't really want to queue for this ride, if that makes sense. I'd rather get on it quite quickly. I will go through as well how much I paid for each Lightning Lane and explain how that works in a moment. It's easy to walk past this because it is just Disney, but like, just for low-level lighting, they do seem to be able to capture a mood more than anyone else, don't they? So they should, you know. Not the biggest budgets, but I was just walking through the queue going, yeah, it's quite extra. By the way, we haven't stopped walking yet. I'm gonna just say this. The theming's nice and all, but I'm most appreciative of the heating right in the minute. It's technically not 7:30 yet, we're on 7:28. Oh, there's some toilets near, didn't know that. You're not having a lot of time to see the actual queue because we are literally not stopping moving. Someone tell me if I'm right, is that just Pepper's ghost effect through there? I imagine it is, but if someone can confirm that, that'd be very nice.
By being genetically matched and linked to an avatar. Using avatars to fly this way was all figured out by my boss, Dr. Jackie Ogden. Almost. Yes, got him. Now, let's find you your avatar matches.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Dr. Jackie Ogden from the Pandora Conservation Initiative.
When I'm on there, I always just want to look at the tech being involved. It is incredibly impressive. The only issue I had, I was in seat 16 then, and it was kind of like I wasn't flying straight. But I guess going again later. The problem with being a single rider is as you get called forward, you tend to always be in those seats, you know, towards the back. But that said, it's still great. The quality of the rides isn't worth it because this is a paid lightning lane, which I'll go into more detail later. Like, this isn't included in like the multi one. It's like a separate one. And I don't really, you're paying to skip the queue, you're not paying for the quality of the ride, in my opinion. However, my early access is gonna work out a treat here because it's 5 to 8, and it means, I mean, out of the two rides, I know this is very short, but I do actually prefer this. I think this is a better ride, or it's more impressive, rather than just a screen. The woman just said, she pointed to the 10 minutes and said, but there really is no line. Oh. So getting these two done, and this is what, I mean, this is early entry, but it's early entry in early Jan term time, just bear that in mind. But just getting into this queue 5 minutes earlier will mean I missed the stampede. Because even though this is a relatively new ride, it's not massive on throughput. I say it's not massive on throughput, like for Disney. It's relatively low throughput for Disney. It really is that queue. I mean, it's literally walk on, which even I am stunned at. I'm going to be in the front row as well. The sun has arisen, and so has the dam of people. I could go and do that again if I wanted to. It's still only on 10 minutes. and it was literally walk on. The animatronic just trumps all of Flight of Passage for me. Every time, 3 years ago, the animatronic wasn't working. So obviously it has this thing, it's really clever, where it literally just drops into the floor. I don't know if anyone's actually caught it on film, but they talk about it in the like the making of documentaries and stuff on Disney Plus. So if it does break, no one just goes through and just sees a broken animatronic. It drops through, and then there's a little screen which comes like is the same animation basically. And that's when I came 3 years ago. I was really excited to see the animatronic, and it was the screen, which is impressive. But the animatronic, it's massive. I forgot how big it was. Yeah, very impressive, and obviously it's just so lifelike. Makes the ride worth it just for that, and also the way they do the 3D depth is incredible with the screens and the real scenery. Quite impressive. So as everyone comes into Pandora, I'm going to leave. We're going to come back later. I'm going to do them both again, probably off camera because it's just the same stuff again, isn't it? But I don't really know what we should head to. Like I said, today I want it to be a quick day because I've got to go to the ESPN Village and get my running stuff, which, I mean, it's only just becoming a nice temperature. So with regards to Lightning Lane, the one-shot deal for Flight of Passage, basically the bigger attractions, or may I say like the attractions which get the biggest queues, they are a separate Lightning Lane, they're one-shot deals only. That costs $16 today. Now the prices do vary a little bit depending on how busy the park is. And then the multi one costs $17 today. With the multi-select, you'll kind of, the rides are in tiers, so you'll get like one A tier ride and you can book 2 B tier rides as well. The other thing that's paid here, I think, is Expedition Everest, but that has a single rider queue, so I'm going to try and sneak down there. The only reason I would use the main queue would be to get a front row, because you can request a front row then. I'm going to Dinosaur though, see what the queue's like for this. Again, another indoor attraction whilst it's freezing. Indiana Jones is miles better. It's the same layout, but it's just miles better. I've done all 3 of these now. I've done this one here. I've done the 2 Indiana Joneses around the world. Oh, something smells nice. Is it just a turkey leg though? Oh no, it's the flaming, oh, it's barbecue sauce I can smell. If you're finding this video helpful, please don't forget to press the subscribe button. Also, if you can, please press the like button. This really does help push the video to new viewers. Also, once you're done watching this video, why not check out Theme Park Dash? It's our own little game show we made at Alton Towers Resort, where we turn the whole resort into a giant board game. So the whole of Dinosaur Land, Dino USA, whatever it is on its way out basically. Not before time. It was, like I say, I had 2, was it Revachon spinning mice here? I mean, that says it all really, doesn't it? It's slightly exciting when they build all the new stuff. I think this is staying. Whether it's been rethemed, I'm not sure, but the actual ride is brilliant. It's a really good ride system. Not sure if I can film on this. I mean, it's very odd for a Disney park to just like, you can just see the fences. I don't know, it just doesn't, it's just very strange. It doesn't feel right, does it? It's like when we went in those marquees in Shanghai Disney to queue up to get into Zootopia. It might 100% be the case that the lightning lanes were completely unnecessary today, and actually with early entry, definitely I wouldn't like pay to do Flight of Passage again, to be fair, if I had the decision now. And that's the problem is you don't know, do you? Like I say, if you're planning for, this is the first week back of term time, 6th of January to the 17th is when my entire trip is. It's a 5-minute wait for Dinosaur. Fantastic, fantastic. Can't believe how quiet it is. I think these guys are just finishing the hot drink. That's the only reason why they're waiting.
Period. It stands to reason that I can bring back a live dinosaur with you, and not just any dinosaur. Take a look at this guy.
They're currently only using one station. I've never seen it. Like, I know it's quiet, I know it's early morning, but even so.
Commencing in T-minus 10 seconds and counting.
This is Seeker. Listen up. We've got to get in, grab the Iguanodon, and get out before that asteroid hits. Let's roll!
Brontosaurus.
Not our dino.
Warning, meteor shower in range.
Just little ones.
Oleoramus.
Could be ours. Computer, full stop. Identify.
Carnotaurus.
Definitely not our dino. Go, go, go! Evasive maneuver! Left! Right! Left! Right! That's it! Abort mission! Abort! Abort! Oh, this is it! They're not gonna make it! They're not gonna make it!
Mission accomplished.
You made it! I knew you would, and guess who made it back with you? I better find him before security does. Thanks for everything!
You know what? I take it back actually. the theming's better on Indiana Jones. You know, that massive scene that you go through on Indiana Jones, which is better. However, the ride is all over the place in there. Particularly if you sit in one of the corner seats, your, what's the word, radius that you actually spin round, that might be the wrong word, is further. And it's like, the first time when I was filming on my phone, I was just holding my phone, and I was holding on it for dear life. I forgot how crazy it was. I had 2 back-to-back rides there because there's still no queue. They've just opened up the second station as well. It is closing. I got it wrong. Apparently, I just did a little Google because someone talked about, cast member in the queue was talking about we don't have a closing date for it yet. So I Googled it, yeah. So it's making its way for, what's the singing child? What's the singing child? Can't remember. I'm going to have to look it up now. I mean, it looks like it's on its last legs, doesn't it? So I think this has got a date that it's closing, but Dinosaur hasn't got an actual physical date yet, but people are saying it's going to close in 2025. So if you do miss out on that, it will be a shame, because it's nice. However, I don't think they're going to get rid of it, are they? They'll just re-theme it to something else, which I'm not. I've never got a problem with. I think a lot of people don't like change, and if you want new stuff, you want cool stuff, you have to embrace the change, and stuff does need to change. So I've got no problem with them re-theming it. They are changing it into Indiana Jones, and they're turning the rest of it into Tropical Americas, which is, what's his name? I literally just looked at it. And then they're also building an Encanto land as well next to it. So a lot of people have a problem with like when they go through and update stuff, but I really haven't. Like, if you want to change it, like the same with the Splash Mountain, I suppose I've got no connection to it, like people might have. But I just don't care. It's up to them to upgrade it. Otherwise, you're just stuck on like the Peter Pans of the world. Like, even the Peter Pans here compared to the ones that are opening in Shanghai, they're terrible here. And also, the starting video of that dinosaur is in like 4:3. It looks like it was something it was filmed in the 80s. It looks so old. So I've got no problem with them actually updating stuff. And also, sometimes letting them update stuff gives you absolute cherubs. Remember Kite? The Kite Tales, whatever it was? Whoever signed that off no longer works at Disney, do they? Well, they shouldn't do anyway. Right, Expedition Everest is our next one. Now, this is a paid lining lane. I'm not paid for it. But it's so quiet. I say so quiet. There's a few people mulling around the entrance. There is a single rider, but I'm probably going to do the main queue just so I can get the front row. There's a nice little hideaway down here. You can come and get a video. Again, it's the thought process, isn't it, of people being able to stand around and watch it. For people who don't want to ride, still get a good view of the ride. It's also timed quite well, because everyone thinks that train is that train. But it's not. It's one train ahead. But someone must have thought of that, mustn't they, right? Someone must have thought about that. So here's the main entrance. Single rider is just, you see here, down there. What was the queue on? 10 minutes. Right, well, we'll do that and we'll wait for a front row. Sometimes the single rider we walk on at the moment. I might have another go on single rider back to back. They'll probably walk on. But sometimes if the single rider's busy, it can be longer. And also, there's something to be said about standing in a queue line which is constantly moving versus standing in a queue line which barely moves. So this is the single rider line, which is obviously non-existent. Thank you. Thank you. This one. You didn't get a chance to see them, but there's like a little side queue there for all the front row. So like they are set up to deal with like people wanting for the front. Well, I was lucky. Literally it's just gone down as my trainers come in. You know what? You get some force on the front there, more than I remember. Yeah, it was a bit cheeky, that one. I want to go right. I don't think I ever sat right towards the back of that. At Lightning Lane, after a certain amount of time, you can book another one. I haven't used one yet, but I mean today the value out of Lightning Lane completely unnecessary. Shouldn't have purchased it, but you just don't know, do you? Also, like I've already said, because I've got the run book tomorrow morning, I do want to be done here pretty early doors. Like I said, I need to go to the little sports village to pick up my stuff. So it's the reason why I purchased the Lightning Lane here, because normally I wouldn't bother for Animal Kingdom. There isn't too much stuff to do. And even as a single rider at Expedition Everest, even if it was busy. I think this is where the Rapids is, but the Rapids is closed due to it being -7 degrees. Flight of Passage and Navi River Journey, 85 minutes and 40 minutes they are now on. So, you know, nice little perk. If I hadn't have gone for the Lightning Lanes and only had the early entry, that would have done me a solid there. Now, one thing I didn't do last time is the Kilimanjaro safaris, because it just doesn't massively interest me. However, to fill some time today, I might go and do it. Because like I said, I am literally just filling time now, I think. I'm trying to see how I know what is on a dining plan and not. Again, no information has been given to me upon this. This is just the breakfast menu. which is good actually. I didn't know they did a menu, a breakfast menu. Again, can't see anything on here. Oh yeah, I can see some little logos for the sides. Does that mean that's like a, what do they call it? A snack? But none of the meals have a... Are all meals just included? Let me do some Googling. Okay, so, forgive me if this is slightly wrong. I think I'm allowed any meal, essentially. Any quick service meal. I'm on a quick service plan, not table service at all. And then for a snack, you can actually get drinks as snacks. Now that's probably not the best value, but I didn't know that. That's quite handy. I've actually bought a case of Pepsi Max to my hotel room. And also at their hotel, I get a refillable mug. I see they're hot or cold drinks. I don't know if you have to choose. I can't remember. So I got free drinks at the hotel as well. I didn't know I'd got that. And then the little icon, I think, is a snack credit. So I'm going to meander over to Kilimanjaro Safaris. About 20-minute wait, it's saying. Might be called forward a little bit in a single rider. So with the dining plan, I've got 14 meals and 7 snacks. And the resort mug, like I said. Now, I wouldn't have gone for the dining plan. I just don't. Like I've said many times, like, I'll have something smaller before. I'll have something before I leave the park, and then have something when I get back. And I might bring like a, I don't know, like a granola bar or some sort of stuff. I might get the occasional thing, a side of fries or something, but not worth paying. Whether it was like bundled in with everything else. And it was a pretty good deal to be fair. And also, if I'm staying on site, and this is the big kicker, if you're staying on site at Disney, you're in the Disney bubble, and it's way harder to go to a supermarket or get bits and bobs in. So that's why I opted to do that. Also, it's worth noting that this closes at dusk, I think, because there's been a message on the app saying that it shuts at 5, which is earlier than the rest of the park. So I think it just shuts when it's dusk.
Alrighty, folks, my name is Ollie. I'm going to be your safari guide out here today. Little friendly reminder before we do this or anything. Copy there, known to be called the ghost of the forest, as they're one of the rarest animals in the world to find. It's about 3,000 pounds. And then, of course, you notice already the one to the left.
Where's the one on the left?
There's another one on the left. A couple carnivores on the left. I think this one's gonna snack in the bush, maybe. Oh, my bad, bro. Okay.
He waves back.
Now, they're gonna flap their ears consistently for a few minutes at a time. Allows them to drop the temperature in their body up.
It's hard because you know my opinion on the whole animals and zoos and stuff. However, it is done incredibly well. There's very few fences in there. In fact, one of the only fences that I actually saw, when I say a fence, I mean something that looks like a fence or a glass panel or something like that. It is really impressive. Even at the lions and the tigers, there's no glass. There's nothing in the way. There's obviously a big dip that you can't see from on the van, but it is done impressively well. It really is. And obviously, it's long. It's 25 minutes, and we didn't really stop. We stopped, you know. Every time we stopped, it was maybe 10 seconds or so. It wasn't for long, but it was. Yeah, it's about 25 minutes. Driver was great. The staff on there are really good at reeling stuff off and trying to manoeuvre as best they can to get, you know, a decent view of stuff. But I was impressed. I don't know whether it's just better in the morning, but there was lots of stuff out. We didn't have a point where we couldn't see anything, so yeah, it is good. And the sheer scale of an attraction. Is there any other attractions where it's that labour intensive? Think about all the mechanics that need to work on all of those trucks. There's so many trucks. Like at any point, if we were to turn the corner, I could see at least 5 trucks and multiply that by the size of the attraction. Crazy. I have got a lightning lane booked for the show, Finding Nemo. Again, just because I've got nothing else to use it on, to be fair. So I'm going to have a stroll on there. I'm not going to rush because it only starts in about 45 minutes. So I might get something to eat on the way over there. Here's an idea of the queue times. 60 minutes for the safari, 30 minutes for dinosaur, 30 minutes Expedition Everest, 115 minutes for Flight of Passage. Passage. This has got to be quite a quiet show anyway, right? Because, I mean, I have got my lightning lane, but who's coming here for the first show? Surely quite a few people, like as in a few people, not a lot of people. I never normally sit this close, so I thought I'd give it a whirl just this once. Never mind. Lightning lane. Saying that, I do think it's going to be quite quiet though.
The Marine Life Institute houses many aquatic species and...
Really? Today is the day! Oh, look at all the visitors who came to see us off.
Yeah! Hi, you little fella!
You know, I bet they're wondering how we even ended up here. Well, why don't we tell them?
Let me tell it best because my voice is deep. Everybody loves a deep voice.
Listen up! These travelers came a long way.
If I maybe met a shark or maybe some...
No.
Or an angelfish. Is it true that they have wings?
I don't think so.
Of the open sea.
Mr. Ray!
Do you mind?
What?
I'm trying to swim here.
Oh, you were looking for Nemo. You were showing me which way the boat went.
A boat. I've seen a boat follow.
Wait. We already did this.
We had no shop trees. We nice shacks underneath. But what it is to pop?
Now you really clocked me there.
I'm sorry, is your nose bleeding? Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's good. It's adventure! Need a little time. One little golden white. No food.
Exactly where you're meant to be. Righteous, yeah. Hey, thanks, Crush. No worries, man.
It did kind of give me another appreciation of like the puppet work that goes on, because your eyes, you do believe the characters, like you are fooled by it. It's really weird because you got the actual people stood right next to the, you know, the character, but you do just kind of fill in the blanks and it just sort of weird. But like how they do it with the hands, they got like because they do blink and they do the mouth. It's just impressive. It's just, and the songs are quite catchy as well, to be fair. Not all of them, but some of them. I would really recommend going to the first showing as well, because you could have just walked up to that and had a really good seat still. Which I know people want to come in, they want to get on the rides, and I'm the same, to be fair. The only reason I'm doing the show is because I got a lot of the rides done really early. The single rider queue for Expedition Everest is something I've never seen before. It's on the hour queue now, by the way. I'm so glad. I'm so glad I got so much done, actually. You know what? I thought the Lightning Lane wasn't a good purchase, but actually, if I wanted to actually go on some of the rides during the peak times, as in like from now onwards, rather than just this morning, I would need the Lightning Lanes now. Well, I wouldn't need them, you know what I mean? Like, it'd make my day a lot better. So yeah, I kind of regretted it at the start, but I sort of don't now. Because I've still got an Expedition Everest and Navi River Journey booked. It wouldn't mean, it's not necessary, but it's been nice to have. This is the first meal of the dining plan. Also, I didn't know this, but you get a drink included in the redemption, including alcohol. So I can have 14 redemptions of alcohol today. And the size of this is like the old style, super size back in the UK. So you fill people enough with, I don't know what that's for. What is that for? Why is that in there? Oh, to signify it's Diet Coke, maybe? Also, I would describe it now as actually warm. In about an hour, I'm going to be too hot. It's nice, though, finally, to feel some nice hot weather. It does tell you in the app, but somewhere on here it also tells you, there you go, look, 13. I think that means 13 remaining. I wonder if it tells you snacks on here as well. No, I think it's just the one you're actually using, so there's 13 left. Rice in America, it's just not good, is it? The chicken was alright though. It was the sesame chicken that I got. Right, I'm gonna drink some of this juggernaut of a Coke. I'm on my way to the Lion King show now. This is the current single rider, which I've never seen it get back down to here before. That's crazy. Back towards the entrance now. Also, one thing I didn't say was that we also had access to the water park for free. This is a new thing they're doing. Been for a while now, but based on your day of check-in, you get a free day at the water park. Obviously, only one of the water parks will be open at any given time, I think. And because if it was Typhoon Lagoon, I'd literally leave the park and go there now, I think. But I've already been to Blizzard Beach and it wasn't particularly great, to be honest. Like, it's hard to, like, all the pools are full of leaves and sticks and stuff. It just wasn't, I don't want to say it was dirty, because it wasn't dirty, it just wasn't clean, if that makes sense. Anyway, I'm going to head on to, it's tough to be a bit, because it's got a short queue line, and I think I've only done it once. I can't remember what it is. It's like some sort of show thing. You can run the other side of the tree on here, you can see all the animals carved into it. I did also assume that it'd be too cold today, and turns out it wasn't. It's actually boiling now. I don't think A Bug's Life gets too much credit, does it? But I quite like it being under the tree, because that's obviously where they would live. It's just like a nice idea. But you don't really, you know, A Bug's Life, for example, is never featured in any sort of show, is it? It was really the start of all the Pixar, you know, hubbub. I don't think I can film this, that's why I'm struggling to remember it, because I think I would have filmed it last time. I think it relies on like complete darkness, so you can't film it.
You forced the way down, thank you.
The negatives of that are just people. There's no announcement here like there is in Japan to remove ears, which should be one. As a human, you should think, well, I'm going to block someone else's view from one of these massive things on my head. But in Japan, if people do forget, because it's easy to forget, people, like, you know, same as forgetting your glasses are on your head. In Japan, they'll come around and actually tell people just to remove your ears for the show. So my prime view for that was 2 sets of Mickey ears. But don't miss it out. I think it's great, actually. It stands the test of time with some of its effects. The smoke blast, I don't remember that at all. I don't think that was working last time I did it, because I would remember that. I would 100% remember that if I had experienced it. The whole theatre completely covered in smoke for a long period of time. Very impressive. Yeah, I quite liked it. We're going to head back over to Africa. We're going to see the Lion King show, which has just started letting people in. Okay. Festival of the Lion King. As always with me, I've come for the backrest. You sit here. Remember, you're going to be here for 40 minutes. I always appreciate something to lean against. When I record in anything dark, bright, paced or shows, my phone brightness is on almost zero, so I can't see the screen myself. Just to be courteous to other people. It's at my chest height, so no one can actually see the screen at all.
We are here today to welcome you, one and all, to the Festival of the Lion King!
Hey, what are you doing? Slow down, slow down! I'm supposed to be center stage! Who's driving this thing? You are looking good! Hi, everybody! Hey, Bob, tomorrow! Hey, look everyone! It's the Lion King! Welcome, Simba! You're right on time!
Oh, gee, that's too bad. Guess I gotta do a solo. Hakuna Matata. Ah, what's going on here? What are you doing? Well, this stinks.
Well, the show was the show. It's exactly the same. I think it's been for a few years. I don't remember the monkeys. Did they go for a bit during COVID and they came back after COVID? Other than that, cracking show as usual. There was a guy in there, and I've just posted on my Instagram about it, and I don't really post too much to Instagram and stuff. I do, if I'm at a park, I'll post a few pictures through the day. But he very kindly, he turned around, saw that there was about 3 people sat behind him, and I was one of them, and then decided to put his kid to stand up on his on his thighs, essentially. Meaning that 3 people behind him couldn't see. I mean, I was on the back row, luckily, or else more wouldn't be able to see. And it's just that sort of, no, this is more important, I'm going to block everybody else's view. That sort of, I don't know what the term is. Entitlement, maybe? It just really, really wound me up. And to counter that, when we came in to the theatre, It had the Mickey ears problem again, same as the Bug's Life, because there's no announcement, just an announcement saying, please remove your Mickey ears for this show. It's all you need to do. It's all they did in Japan, and then I'd say 90% of people in Japan removed them, and then if they didn't, cast them around, oh, just literally just point into your ears, and then people go, oh, sorry, and take them off. It's just so polite. It's just like the right thing to do. Anyway, this kid came in, and he had a hat on, and had like loads of characters on the hat, like Marge Simpson tall. And even he said, I'm going to have to take my hat off because I'm going to block the view for other people. And he literally sat in front of me. That was nice for him to just like think of that. His mum sat next to him. Mickey is on the full time, and again a kid behind her who couldn't really see anyway. I understand kids have it, but then like she kept her Mickey ears on, even though her kid had the sensibility to take them off. And then she began recording with her torch on, which was nice. That's not a dog, that's a person doing a woof for some reason. So you know, all those little things, like, just does no one think like someone's going to be sat behind them? That's on my mind if I sit down somewhere. I go, well, if there's a kid there, I don't be able to see, are they? I just honestly, like, it's so simple just to take them off. And the kid did it. So yeah, but the show was good. You'll see in the footage, literally the final 15 minutes, 10 minutes is literally just the right of the stage. And also, I know it's Rich coming from me, who films everything, but I'm telling you, I turn my phone brightness down to 0. I can't see the screen in 99% of the stuff I'm filming when I'm doing any sort of dark ride. And I put it literally either here or in front of my face, so I'm not getting in the way of anybody's view. And also, another thing which annoys everyone else and me is phone glare. Like, you know, if you can just see like white pockets of light popping up. So I genuinely do everything I can to avoid it, and if I don't think I can avoid it, I won't film it. Anyway, rant over words. I'm back in Avatar. I'm back in Pandora. I'm back in Pandora because I've got another go on the river journey and then another one on the Flight of Passage as well just after it. Right, I'm gonna have another quick go on the river journey. You can scan in 5 minutes before your time because that's what I've just done. So if that helps you out, I plan this sometimes to overlap my times quite a bit. Otherwise you end up coming off and you're waiting like a long time. The next thing is the 60-minute queue, and oh my god. Oh my lord. So I'm just hanging out here for 10 minutes or so whilst I'm waiting for my Flight of Passage Lightning Lane, which is on 80 minutes at the moment. And I just refreshed Expedition Everest because I had one but it's for 4 PM. I don't want to stay till 4 PM. I just refreshed it and one came up for right now, literally right this second. So I cancelled it, well, modified it, and then did that one. So it means I can go on Flight of Passage in a minute, and I've got an hour window. With all the lightning lanes you get an hour window, so I can just about get the tail end of that hour window, because it takes about 20 minutes on and off, doesn't it? 20 minutes, half an hour, walk over there, and then finish off with a ride on Expedition Everest. And because I'm in the main queue, I can hopefully request the back. Right, you've seen all this. Oh my god. Oh, it's a big old queue, that. Right, I've seen this once. I shall see you on the other side. That's it for Animal Kingdom. I don't know if I'll actually be back at all at this park over the next week or so. Except when I can see all the marathon runners with their t-shirts and stuff. Today was the 10k, yesterday was the 5k, tomorrow was the half, and the full is on Sunday. A decent day. I actually don't regret buying the Lightning Lane in the end, because it meant I could literally just walk from ride to ride today. There obviously isn't that much here, which is a problem for Animal Kingdom. A lot more stuff if you want to look at all the animals, and if you want to get the train over to the Rafiki's something watch, I can't remember what it's called, Planet Watch. Basically now I'm going to go to the sports centre, but that'll be in the Run Disney video basically, and then I'll do a room tour on another video as well of the what's it called? All-Star Music, I keep forgetting. So I've been in another video too, so thank you very much for joining me, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be the Run Disney video, which is terrifying.